Well, hello, friends, and welcome to this micro podcast. We like to take 5 to 10 minutes at a time and talk on a subject that could be relevant to a specific segment of people. In this podcast, we're going to talk about the landlords who own properties and would like to manage them, would like to find some help in terms of making sure those properties stay rented and they produce income in a peaceful way. One of the things I've learned over the years of working with people that property management is more about people management. I know we talk about managing the property, the renters, the house, the repairs, all that. But really, that work is not that bad. Everyone stresses about that stuff because they haven't managed the expectations or managed a relationship with people in the first place. Now, when I deal with clients on the property management side, I hear both sides of stories. And I can relate to both sides. There is a side that say, hey, I want to rent my own property. And part of the reason I can relate to that because I've been there myself. I've owned homes that I wanted to rent myself. And in some cases, they were actually good way of saving myself some money. There was some benefits to it. And in some cases, I've actually come ahead managing it myself. So I think everyone should at least give it a considerable thought to manage a property for themselves if they can. But then in some other of my ventures of renting my own properties, I've also learned that that probably wasn't the smartest of ideas to do it myself. I probably should have hired someone. And of course, when I first started into these type of ventures, I always thought about cost of money and trusting somebody with my property, not sure if they're going to do anything or not. And quite frankly, I've had some friends who've had experience with property management who didn't seem like they did much more than what I could have done for myself. So why pay extra, right? Um, it was a very realistic, real dilemma that I had. But then later I learned that, okay, it's not a right or wrong. It's not black or white. There is lots of gray here. There's lots of situational stuff and that need to go into the thinking to really decide if I want to manage it myself or should I hire somebody. And then I've been on the other side where I said, okay, that's it. Not going to take the stressors anymore. I want to be with Poonam. When I am with Poonam, I want to take my kids to hockey game and be able to enjoy that and not have any calls. So I'm going to hire a property manager. And I've hired some property managers only to realize that these guys weren't worth any money I was paying them. I mean, I wouldn't hire that help for free if it was available because it feels like, yeah, now I don't have my rental problems. I don't have my tenant problems as much, but I have my property manager problems. The guy doesn't pick up the phone and I have to call repeatedly and there is no communication. There's constant delays. And at the end of the day, I'm the landlord who is renting my property. There is a fair amount of responsibility on me, financially and legally, that I'm now tied down to what this manager does or doesn't do. Now, there were some experiences, maybe one or two, that I had that were okay with property managers. And what I found is that they were kind of great when I first started working with them. And as months progressed, as our relationship kind of seemed to go lower and lower and lower levels of service, and then eventually I was hardly receiving any service, but I was paying the money. And that's where things kind of became a little more stickier. So when I speak to people about this situation today, I speak to them knowing exactly where they are when they own their property. Because remember now, I've been a landlord who has rented myself. I've dealt with property manager, and today I am somebody who provides a property management service. So I understand all three aspects of it and where the sort of like the bottlenecks are, where the challenge is. Here is what I recommend those who are looking to manage your own property. I think if you're looking to manage your own property, you should really know what goes into managing the property. I mean, I'm a property manager today who has studied this Residential Tenancy Act three times now. Once through the act, another one through my own interpretation about it, and third time through AI. And I still don't fully understand it. I'm constantly needing to refer to that in writing as well as seeking help from professionals who are ahead of me, bigger, better, smarter, been doing this type of stuff for years. So I can't really expect an average individual who probably haven't even seen residential act to fully understand it. So there is a reasonable amount of legality that you need to be aware of. Beside that, there is also reasonable amount of management. Now, if you have times, evenings and weekends are free, you don't do much, you're a handyman, and you don't mind seeking help when help is needed, so that making sure you're kind of crossing all the legal sides of things, then probably you should try managing your property yourself. If, however, you are not fully sure about that, then I think probably it's smarter to let somebody else manage it. But don't be the absent landlord either. What is the absent landlord? Absent landlord is somebody who just kind of looks on the phone book, looks for a phone number. Oh, who's managing properties nowadays? Oh, it's Sat. Let's call Sat. Right? Don't be that guy. Please do a little bit of research beforehand. Ask around. Look for references. Look for what kind of mindset and education this individual have had. Here is one thing you want to pay attention to. How are they educating tenants that they're bringing into properties? That's a big one. Why? What I've found through experience, most problems that come from tenancy or tenants are only problems because nobody educated tenants what their responsibilities are along with their rights. Nobody communicated clear expectations with them. Nobody communicated anything that was needed to build trust with those people. So they are just more or less treated like, here, come in, let's check your legal boxes, and now you pay my mortgage. Well, if those people are treated that way out there for the most part, no wonder they treat the properties so badly as well, right? So you want to pay real close attention to not only what this particular individual is doing to educate themselves as professional, educate you as a landlord, but what are they doing to educate tenants? Again, I will close this with the same thought I began with. I don't think there are any property issues. Or let me rephrase it. There are not any unsolvable, stressful property issues. But there are lots of people issues that are happening in the property management business right now. So if you learn how to handle people side right, I think property side usually takes care of itself. My name is Sat Manju. If you're looking for good advice and somebody to give you second opinion on your property and what it should be rented for, etc., I'm always happy to take the call. Take care. Bye for now.